Michigan back at you with another review on alcohol nighttime review. And first thing I want to say is Merry Christmas to all our Christian brothers and sisters celebrating under the Jordan or Gregorian calendar. Your guys' Christmas is coming up. This will be released around that time. So Merry Christmas to you guys. Also to my Orthodox brothers and sisters. I know our Christmas is not till January 7th, so we still got a little more time to go. All right. But hope the fast is going good and everything's good. All right, so anyways, today I'm bringing you guys another edition of alcohol that we try. I'm working with that name. So we're trying some moonshine from overseas. Again, you can see I drank a little bit of this. This is Tsipouro, Idoniko Tsipouro, and it's from the northern part of the Aegean. Yeah, somewhere around there. Anyways, so my buddy Costa always goes overseas. When he goes overseas, he brings me back alcohol from whatever city he went to. So he was, I think, in this city. So he brought me back this. Again, I've drank a little bit of it. It's okay, but I'll give a review on it. Then something special. So my buddy Costa, who goes overseas and brings back these moonshines, and it is actual moonshine, even though it is, distilled from a company overseas. You are allowed to make moonshine, especially in the Mediterranean and in the Middle East. It's pretty much like their main drink, and they drink it a lot. So you're allowed to manufacture it and actually make it potent. So what's cool though, again, like I was saying, my buddy Costa, who always goes overseas, he has an older brother or a little brother who actually makes moonshine himself, and he always experiments. So a little while ago, he was having his daughter's engagement party. I was supposed to go there and try. He made like 4 or 5 different styles of moonshine. And again, these are Greek moonshines. Greek moonshine is usually made from grapes, and it might have some seasoning after the first or second distill, or after the second distill. But so he makes his own. So out of the 4 kind he made, only 2 of them survived the whole night, and he brought me a bottle of one and then a tiny bottle of the other one, because he was like, that one I didn't make a lot of. So we're trying his homemade. Let me unwrap this. And again, I tried this one too. This was about like 4 months ago, but I only took like a slight little tiny shot of it. I didn't really like drink it. And for some reason I can't get this off. That's what she said. So his homemade Racomilo is what this is called. And what this is basically is moonshine made, and after it's done being distilled, they infuse it with local honey. So I'm pretty sure this is infused with local Michigan honey. He did say you have to shake it a little bit, because I kept this in the freezer for, I think it's been 4 months now, before I actually was like, oh man, I gotta do a review on this stuff. Anyways, it looks good. Can't wait to try that. And then he experimented with something else, which he said it was the first year of him doing this. So he took the moonshine, the regular moonshine he made, before he infused it with honey, he infused it with coffee beans or ground coffee, something like that. And I think I did taste this too, like just quick when he was giving it to me. I took a few tastes of it. I can't really remember those two, how they taste. I know I've had this one before at like engagement parties or actual weddings. I've had it before. I'm not that big of a fan of it, right? Because it's a little more lighter, but we'll do a review on that. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, how's everybody been doing out there? Hope you've been doing good. Like and subscribe, follow our Facebook, follow our YouTube, follow our brand new TikTok page, which is funny. So we're going to try this Idoniko Tsipouro, right? This right here. Now, I drank a lot of this, not because I was drinking it myself. I was actually sharing it with some of my buddies. They wanted to try it out, so I shared it with them. And this has a very nice anise smell to it. So if you don't know the seasoning, anise, it's a flower. A lot of the overseas moonshines have that or I don't know if it's seasoning or not, but they put that in there when they're distilling. So, it smells amazing. I love the smell. I think I did like this, to be honest with you. Again, I'm not going to do a lot of like big ass shots or anything like that, because this is about, it's 43% alcohol, 86 proof is what this is. So I know the moonshine my family used to make, I think was a little more than that, but it's good from buying from a retail store. It's actually very, very nice. So again, the smell is very heavy anisin. So you get that anisin a lot, which kind of smells like black licorice. So when I regularly drink moonshine, whether it's American or it's overseas, I like to put an ice cube in mine, and I like to have it with a beer. So if I'm drinking a beer and having a cigar, speaking of cigars, I do have some cigars. I'm not going to light them up though. But usually that's the way I like to drink it. This is very nice and smooth, right? It's not that rough going down. I'm used to moonshine being very, very kind of rough. This one just gives you a little bit of a throat kick right here, but then it goes down nice and smooth. In my opinion, it's a little candy-ish because it's very heavy on the Anison. I would like the Anison to be a little less. It's very, very heavy on it. It's still okay. I think I'm going to give this, I think it's a 6.5. It's a solid 6.5. It's not bad. Wouldn't take a shot of it, but it's not bad at all. All right, now for our next one. We're going to try the honey-infused moonshine, which is called Rakomilo. Rakomilo is what the name of it is. It's a cool bottle he gave it to me in, too. Again, I've had these in the freezer for maybe 4 or 5 months. It could be 5 months that I've had these in the freezer. So, again, this one, I'm pretty sure if I remember, this one kind of smells like the normal moonshine without the Anison flavor, which kind of smells, if you ever had like from Kentucky White Lightning, doesn't really have that much of a smell to it. It's kind of like an alcoholic-y kind of smell. That's what these normally smell like. This one has just a zero smell with a little bit of a hint of honey. Just a tiny bit, but not a lot. But let's pour it out. We washed this cup already. Let's pour it out, and you can see the color of it too. And I know it kind of looks a little syrupy. It's not that syrupy, but the looks on it is pretty syrupy. Again, it's infused with honey. I didn't ask him if he made the honey or if he got the honey here locally. I know he has a farm, so I don't know if it's his honey that he harvests or if he bought it locally. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. And of course, I got my nightly square. But it is what it is. When you put in the cup, when you put in the cup, you can smell more of the honey than you can in the bottle. This is rough. Right? Only reason is I don't like my drinks too sweet. I'm not really like a really sweet drinker. I like more bitterness. This, I could understand, would go perfect with a female who wants to drink moonshine, or somebody who doesn't drink moonshine a lot and wants to get introduced to it. I think it's going to be extra sweet though. It's almost like a very sweet cognac, like a really, really sweet cognac. I know the smoke is going all over the camera. It is what it is. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad, but it's not my choice. Now, for him making this at home with homemade honey, I got to give credit to that. It's very, very cool. I'm supposed to be making some moonshine with him soon. Next coming spring or somewhere around there. But again, for grape-based alcohol infused with moonshine, it's tasty. Again, maybe like a little bit less of this is what I would drink. I wouldn't really drink this heavily. I would have it for guests or for people who aren't into drinking too much, but they do want to have a drink with you. So I'm going to give the Rakomilo from Tony here in Michigan I'm going to give this a 6.42. It's going to be a 6.4. That's 2 6.4s. And remember, guys, if you want me to try any of your products, review any of the products you have, homemade stuff, whatever it is, even food, let me know, and I will try them out. And real quick, so the next show I've been watching was Vikings. So I got done watching Vikings. Great series. It goes on and off for me. Like, season 1 and 2 are really, really good. Season 3 kind of fell off for me a little bit. Season 4 fell off for me. Season 5, they falling off, putting it back together. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't the best for me. It wasn't like something I'm probably going to want to rewatch again, to be honest with you. But it's still a solid series. If you haven't watched it, or if you watched it out of order, you know, when you saw it on A&E or whatever, I think it was, forgot what station had it. But I would suggest watching it, but it's not something that I'm going to watch again. It got really boring to the point where I had to start mixing other shows to take a break from it because the storyline kind of went off. I didn't like them killing off Ragnar. I know in real life he does get killed off, and I don't know how accurate it is to actual Viking stuff or Ragnar's story or whatever, but I still thought it was good. That one, to me personally, is going to get a 6.8. I think it's a solid 6.8. Vikings, great series. I know there's is it a prequel or a continuation of it or something like that? I'm not sure, but it's on Netflix. I don't got Netflix. I have Hulu, so it is what it is. Now, let's try out our last one. And again, I got some beer reviews coming too. And as soon as I'm done with this fast, we're going to have our... And I got some more beer reviews going and some food reviews going. As soon as I get done with this fast, we're going to start our Michigan International Food World Tour, whatever the fuck it's called. So the coffee one now. This is local moonshine infused with coffee grounds. I'm pretty sure. It looks like mud. And it smells... So what this smells like, I don't know if any of you guys ever had Nest coffee. You know, the grounds. And I'm pretty sure, I think that's what he said he used. Again, this was about 4 months ago, so I'm forgetting. But he infused it with that. So homemade moonshine. Again, he distilled this himself. And it's very, very, very muddy-ish color. I don't want too much of this. I don't like coffee. I like coffee, but I really don't like coffee-flavored stuff. Again, with the smell test, it tastes like... It really just tastes like coffee with moonshine. It's weird, but it just... Exactly what it is what it smells like, 100%. There's nothing weird about it. That's what it smells like. So let's see it. Again, it's this muddy-ish color. So very heavy. The initial flavor is like a stout, like a beer, like a nice stout, a chocolate stout is what the initial flavor is. After it settles, it's a little greasy. Kind of feels like it leaves particles in your mouth, even though it's not. It's been strained, but it feels that way. It's a little creamier, so it feels that way. It's good. It's not bad. I think this is for a certain people. A certain person would like this. If you're into coffee and you're into moonshine, I don't know how many people like that are out there. But if you are, this is going to be your thing, I guess. It's not mine. Again, it's tasty. It has a chocolatey coffee taste, I guess. I mean, you can taste the moonshine, but you can't really taste it. More prominent is like a coffee chocolatey taste. So I'm going to give this... At the end, this one gets a little, this had to been from a different batch than the one that's infused with honey. Because this one, you can actually, like the potency of it. At the end, you can taste that nice big hit of moonshine. You don't initially taste it though at all. This almost tastes like initially, like again, I said, like a stout beer, a chocolate stout. Ooh. Yeah, not my style. Still good. I could appreciate somebody experimenting, but this is going to be a 5.5 for me. It's a 5.5. Something cool when your friends are around, a breakout so everybody can try it and taste it. But I don't know what would go with this, like food-wise. You know what I'm saying? Like with food-wise, with this, even though it's heavy Anison, so I don't like too heavy the Anison, I could say sausage links. I could say maybe meatballs, things like that. You could still drink this with it and you're going to feel comfortable. It's going to be nice. It's probably going to give this a better flavor. With the honey one, I could see, you know, one of those charcuterie things. What are those? The charcuterie board or whatever? Or fruit. Fruit would go really good with this. Anyways, guys, that's a review. Remember, if you want us to review your stuff, send an email, contact me on Facebook, follow all the channels. We're coming back with a bunch of stuff in the new year. And other than that, remember the 3 most important things in life. That's your faith, your family, and alcohol. Moonshine, I guess. Stay safe, boys and girls.